we think BIMStorms are part of an organization's asset management planning process because it kind of brings together a lot of different types of assets and visualizes them and makes them easy to get to, and looking for innovative processes in an open way to share information. And some are, like Mike mentioned, they're for owners, like we're working with the US State Department on BIMStorms as well. And then many are open to the public. Most of them are open to the public. And that's what California BIMNet's about. And we're going to be talking with ALN about microgrid planning as well too, right, Mike?
Yes.
As parts of BIMStorm. So that's pretty exciting. So a lot of different types of layers kind of come on top of it. But at the core, I keep on reinforcing this, that the technologies around us to do a lot of this stuff. We expect to be able to look on a map and find a place to stay and then push a button and reserve. But imagine if this was just all lists of things or documents. And that's a lot of the asset management from the past kind of comes from this world. So we're trying to break through that and say, hey, this is already possible. And one of the clients that we've been working on for many years now, for many years now, has been the California Community College system, the whole district, the statewide system, which has it's actually more than 71 million now. This is an older slide, but the visual aspect of being able to link assets to a location on a map and being able to pull them up and look at them on screen and attach information to it, and then collaborate with a lot of different technologies and users. So it's not a single application, not a single system, not a single type of user. And if we drill in from the California level and we drill down into the Los Angeles Community College District, this has been going on for about a year now with them. And within a few months, we actually helped them to implement work order, preventive maintenance, custodial planning, get their assets in the system, and hundreds and hundreds of users. And they were surprised how fast it was implemented. The reason it got going fast is because we're not rebuilding from scratch. We're using data assets that they already had, and layering in graphics on top of that they had as well. So we're connecting the dots between different systems and basically bringing it up in an application to be able to do that. So we're going to include the Los Angeles Community College District, which is a huge district, it has over 700 buildings, over 1,000 acres, 10,000 rooms. There's nine, and there's some annex campuses and whatever. This is what you see on screen right here. So it's basically every single campus, every building.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, they're going to participate. They're going to be presenting as well too, the facilities group and the asset management, and looking at digital twins as well, and then using kind of the BIMStorm as an exercise to show what they have been doing. So this is from the process for over a year now, and we've had tens of thousands of requests coming in from the system. And the reason it took off so fast is because we did not have to train the end users and say, well, here's a map, here's a building, click on the building, do something with it. So that simplicity is critical. And we were trying to say, okay, there's a lot of complex stuff happening in the background, but the technology is already there today to be able to connect images to data, and then to be able to give it to somebody like an Airbnb approach. So the single source of truth, if we think in terms of infrastructure, this has been critical for us. And this is a lot of owners are struggling with this, but the community colleges has really done a great job of having a foundation at the state level of their space inventory and their conditions of buildings. And this is their system called Fusion. And then they have CAD, BIM, and GIS systems sitting on top of that with asset information. And then they also have this is the critical piece as well too, a way to connect to their data through an API, which means that we can build applications on top of that without having to build the whole infrastructure up. And that's a owner's data as an asset. And you plug in applications on top of that, including our system and our work order system, and then our partner DabbleFox, who actually uses the same APIs for custodial planning. And from a Lego-based approach, this means that future systems can also plug into this. And this is a critical piece. You don't want to just start building things that don't talk to each other, first of all, and you don't want to reinvent the data, and you want to have a source of data, source of truth data, and be able to plug and play applications on top of that to manage your assets. And those applications should be disposable. So if one Lego doesn't work, you unplug it, you plug the next one in. You're not throwing away your asset database in the bottom. And that's what's really making this fly.